Zach's Screen of the Week, an overview of a timely stock screening strategy aimed at helping you produce more profitable investing results. We're screening for earnings acceleration this week with Kevin Matris, our top stock screener, market technician here. It's particularly timely because earnings season is just a couple of weeks away, right?
Right. Yeah, it is. It's very timely. All my articles are timely.
Well, but this is particularly
right,
timely.
particularly.
Right.
Yeah, now is a good time to look at it because, you know, in both good markets and bad markets, earnings and earnings estimates and all of this stuff, this is, you know, one of the most important things that drives stock prices. But instead of only looking at just the last quarter's earnings, we're going to be focusing on earnings acceleration. So you're looking at multiple periods of earnings growth.
So what I'm hearing is it's not just about the earnings, but it's also about the rate of the growth.
Exactly. So the reason why we're doing this is because studies have shown that the most successful stocks in the past have displayed earnings acceleration before their biggest move has occurred. So, you know, if you're looking at you know, decent earnings, but let's just say that the growth is kind of like sideways in a range, right? Nothing that keeps on building from one period to another.
Yeah.
That's good, but, you know, it's not great. Or if you're looking at, you know, good numbers, but let's say they're decelerating, that also could be a sign of concern. Sure, you've got a good number that printed out, but maybe that means the stock is getting ready to consolidate or possibly getting ready to start pulling back or getting ready for a fall. So looking at the difference between the growth rates from one period to the next, that can really be the, you know, the deciding thing between a good stock and a great stock. So you want to take a look at what is the growth rate in this most recent period, and is that growth rate bigger than the growth rate from the previous period? And this is kind of what the whole screen is about.
All right, set it up.
All right, so we're going to be starting off by looking at increasing percentage earnings growth and projected percentage earnings growth. Okay. So again, I want the last two quarter-over-quarter EPS growth periods to be greater than the previous periods. And I want the next projected quarter-over-quarter EPS growth period to be greater than the previous periods as well. And that is what those three items at the bottom of this screen are focusing on, okay? In addition to that, this screen, I am just making sure that the stocks are over $5, and I prefer to look for stocks that are trading over 100,000 shares on a daily basis. Okay. You can throw in some additional filters if you want, but this screen in and of itself, just the way it is, produced, I believe, 40 stocks when I ran it this morning.
Oh, so what did you get to come through?
Well, here's 5 from that list. We've got Buffalo Wild Wings, Constellation Energy, Goodrich Petroleum, Health Management Associates, and TK Corp. So again, you know, this earnings season, a couple weeks from now, when a company reports, of course, take a look at the number, but take a look at the growth rate from one quarter to the next, and then compare that to the previous period. Is that growth rate going up? Is it flattening out, or is it going down? And like I said earlier, since some of the most impressive stocks have seen accelerated growth before the biggest part of the move, this is definitely something you want to be paying attention to and something that you want to be putting on your radar screen.
All right, own any?
2 of them. I got Goodrich and HMA.
Okay, well, if you want to take a look at a text version of this week's Screen of the Week, by all means, Zacks.com is the place to visit. Scroll down that home page until you get to Kevin's picture, and the headline right next to it is what you click on to take you to the text version. And if you want to take a look at some information on the Research Wizard, which is what Kevin uses to achieve all of these screens, that powerful backtesting and screening tool, then you go to Zacks.com/Research Wizard for that information. With Kevin Matris and the Screen of the Week, I'm Terry Ruffalo.